Brooklyn Brewing Company, Oktoberfest, seasonal, 5.5% alcohol. Let's give it a shot. I've had Brooklyn Brewing Company before in the past. Not many of their beers. I've tried a few. None of them have been like extremely memorable, but I don't want to discredit them. I feel like the beers that I can actually remember that I've had from them have actually been pretty decent. They're not terrible. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it, but I wouldn't steer clear of it either, if that kind of makes sense. Typically, beers either have this either really, really memorable characteristic about them, or the second option is the memorable in a bad way, and then there's the other ones that kind of fall in the middle. This one kind of falls in the middle somewhere. But again, I don't want to use that as a negative thing because it doesn't fit that second category of, well, this was so memorable because it was bad that I'm gonna never go get it. I'm never gonna get it again. This is being an Oktoberfest and Brooklyn Brewing Company. I feel like it's gonna go in line with the other Brooklyn Brewing Company's beers that I've had before. This one, it's not bad by any means. It's very, very drinkable. It feels light. It feels like a light beer, but it is kind of dark. I don't want to say it's heavy. I'd say it's probably medium bodied, but there is something extremely drinkable about this. And again, it's not really strong with the flavors. It's similar to the Victory Fest beer that I just tried. It's very light, very toned back, very mild. I feel like some of these beer companies, they come out with their Oktoberfests and maybe it doesn't catch on because maybe it's a little too aggressive in the flavor category, and now these beer companies are starting to realize what some of the consumers want, and are actually kind of dialing it back a lot and making it more mild, more like a hinted flavor, but it's still a beer. This one I feel falls into that category, but it's still a really drinkable, actually really delightful beer. My drinkability, you could easily drink a 6-pack of these. Clearly meant for the Oktoberfest, the fall drinking months. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a 7. It's pleasant. It's not aggressive. There's really nothing wrong with it. You could drink many of these. It's not too heavy. And the flavor isn't bad. You're really just getting like a beer flavor again with like a hint of that Oktoberfest. Nothing crazy, nothing over the top, but I think that's what they were going for. So again, that's Brooklyn Brewing Company, Oktoberfest, 5.5% alcohol. Good job.